Oops. I want to share something about the healthcare system. Lately I've been reading about nurses and nurses' aides wanting to do, or the government or something trying to get nurses out of nursing homes and working at their own pace, their own job, and their own. Instead of going in the nursing home, they can have the person at home type deal. Well, in ways you need to be careful of that. Due to the fact that I have the feeling that my mother was improperly cared for, and I believe something had happened at that nursing home where my mother was at. Actually, I'm going to be doing a video over that because, I don't know, I had a friggin' dream the other day about, what the hell was it? I got a clipboard in my hands, refusing treatment. And I'm like, refusing treatment. And it was like for my mother type thing. And they were telling me she was refusing treatment. So, I don't know, I'm having a real tough time with this. And now that I seen this, it makes me think and wonder. You gotta watch out. Because here we have a serial killer. It says this person killed 9 people, but I'm for sure she could have killed more. And it's a woman. You would think, of course, the Zodiac Killer, the Night Stalker, the Golden State Killer, as they claim here. Or even Ted Bundy or, Jeffrey Dahmer. But this woman here, taking care of the elderly and disabled. So, I mean, it is tough to say, if you're going to have that person get old, and everybody gets old, everybody does. And where to bring them for that treatment, where they're going to be safe. In nursing homes, I tell you, there are some good ones out there, and then you got the rotten ones. You don't know who's being hired to work. And that's what I think my mother fell upon. That's why I'm doing this. You can never be too careful of who you hire or who's out there in the field of nursing, especially this woman who by 1960, the woman opened up her own brothel house, mind you. Very disgusting woman. By the 80s, her name is Dorothea Piniti. I don't know the friggin' name anyways, who cares? The lucky thing, this woman got what she deserved and died in hell of a cell. That's right. In jail she died. But, like I said, from the 60s up until the 80s, until 1992, I believe, of her case. And then she got convicted. Just imagine how many people lost their lives. And she bought a house and getting $5,000 a month from her boarders. And she bought one of them, like a bed and breakfast type house with a lot of rooms. It looked like one of them side road nursing homes. But she poisoned them. She's gotten out of jail for different crimes of treasury fraud and separate occasions, forging checks. And so you can see this woman has divorced several men and even gave up 2 daughters for adoption. That's how disgusting this woman is. And for women like this to become something missed, to say so, in the cracks. The only thing, I never heard of this person. Of course, I'm sure California did. Because a lot of times when these low-profile people do get attention, it's only in their state. It's like the law, the thing I got this from, only in your state. But, yeah, 2-story Victorian care home. sometime in the 70s. So you know damn well she frauded money, checks, got money. Oh, I got to buy this, and then you can fraud more people, bring them on in, I'll care for you, and you kill them. And she was getting, for their disability for the month, or, care for the month money, or let alone just getting money from Social Security checks. So I think Ruth Monroe, a friend and business partner, died suddenly in the home. But they ruled it as a death-suicide, but after finding out everything, I think they went on to say she killed her. Partner was probably not liking something, of course. But she went on up until 1998. Concerned social worker reached out to the authorities. And like I say, by 1992, stood trial without testifying. Convicted her of 3 murders, and Panut was sentenced to life without parole, so that was a good thing. But it's just too bad. 1992, say so, from 1960. She could have been killing men in the brothel house, taking their money. Who knows? She could have been killing more people. Insane to even think, but because this is like a nursing home care thing, and there are people like this out there, and I think something sinister happened to my mother, man. I swear to God. I mean, it's stories like this, man, that make me think. And stories like this to make me a stronger person to say, yo, if there's someone out there, how about they get a taste of their own medicine? But, I don't know. I just want people to be safe. And there's always a way to get, stories like this. But I know I want to, if I see something like this, I want to make sure, and anybody out there going to have care for their elderly parents, aunts, uncles, whatever the case may be, anybody that can't take care of themselves, be sure you, I can't even say that, but try and do the best you can to get a thorough background check on that caretaker. Because it's stories like this that make me think what really happened to my mother. Because there was a 3-hour timeline with my mother. It just don't sound right. And then 2 days before, or 3 days before, she went to the hospital and ended up dead. There was a ambulance ride that she spoke of. And I think someone messed up, brought her back. She lost her bed. She had to go down to the second floor, which is overcrowded, mind you. And from there, who knows? Things happen at 3 a.m. in the morning. From 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., my mother sat in that bed suffering. I don't know what they did or why they didn't call the ambulance. But beware, and I say it all the time, be safe, take care, and always beware. You don't know who's out there. And if there are more people like this, hey, we need them to be never forgotten and always beware of. I know I like to keep this stuff updated, even though it happened back then. There's still more people out there can think they can get away with the world with murder, and they're still doing it, even with kids. So yes, people, even the old, look at that. Can't trust nobody. That's why my fists are always up. I always make a stance. Always observe my surroundings and always make sure that if I meet someone that's abnormal more than me, they'll be getting a sighting of the beast. Beware your own self, but some people ain't got that like me, so follow my rules and method and keep them fists flying if you have to. Because you don't know who's out there like this. Little innocent old lady, oh, here's a cup of tea. Pff, you're dead. Man, let me bury you, you son of a bitch. Cut your head off. Whoa. What happened? Be safe, people. Be safe. Like I say, I always want to make sure I bring out the worst so people can be safe. Out.